Mehul and Alia lurk behind the container, gripping the killer tightly. Today, Ariv's ship will dock at Mumbai Beach. Mehul has concealed a bomb in the killer's jacket, and Alia possesses the remote control.
Alia, if you make any noise or try to flee, press the remote button right away.
Hey you, now your life is in my hands. If you try to run, you are finished, understand that?
Suddenly, Mehul's attention is drawn to 3 ships approaching the beach. Mehul swiftly deduces which of the 3 ships could possibly be Ariv's. Logical Army, can you guess which of the 3 ships could be Ariv's? Let me know your answer in the comments. The first ship proudly displays the Indian flag, suggesting it is a Navy vessel. The third ship is filled with a multitude of children, indicating a probable children's picnic excursion. However, the second ship, filled with fish, may be where Ariv is, as it's commonly used for illegal activities. Mehul passes the binoculars to the murderer and urges,
Hurry, take a look and tell me who is Ariv among them.
The murderer looks through the binoculars and points out that the person on the right side of the third ship is Ariv.
Let him come. Today we will catch him.
Mehul and Alia load their guns, getting ready for action. Ariv and his companions begin unloading crates filled with fish along the seashore. Mehul and Alia were awaiting this very moment. However, Mehul was unsure about the direction from which to launch the attack because if he approached from the front, there's a risk of Ariv and his men retaliating with gunfire. Logical Army, can you suggest any ideas for Mehul to apprehend Ariv without taking any risks? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Mehul must take the water route to avoid being spotted by Ariv's men.
Alia, I'm heading to the ship via the water route. If there's any threat, give me cover fire.
Saying this, Mehul jumps into the water. Just as Mehul jumps into the sea, the killer shoves Alia and starts running away from there, screaming loudly. Alia quickly presses the remote button, but to her dismay, there is no bomb blast. Alia attempts to apprehend the killer, but by then, Ariv and his accomplices catch sight of her. In a swift move, Alia throws away the remote and attacks the killer. The remote lands directly on the head of the killer, and it falls to the ground. But just then, unexpectedly,
Oh no!
Ariv and his men start shooting at Alia. Reacting quickly, Alia uses her karate skills to swiftly jump and takes cover behind a nearby container, avoiding the bullets.
If Mehul sir doesn't arrive on time, today will surely be the end of my life.
Ariv and his men keep firing, getting closer to Alia. In a panic she tries to call Mehul, but the calls won't go through. Desperation takes hold, and beads of sweat start forming on Alia's forehead.
Mehul sir left me here with these people, and to make things worse, he even turned off his phone. Great!
Logical Army, why do you think Mehul turned off his phone at this crucial moment? Let me know your answer by commenting. There is a significant reason behind it. Mehul was stealthily approaching Ariv by swimming, and if his phone were to ring accidentally, it would alert them to his presence. Alia had no option left to save herself, so she decided to take a risk.
Hey God, now you are my savior!
Alia starts firing in midair in a karate style. 1, 2, 3, 4, Alia defeats all 5 gunmen. An unexpected threat emerges from behind, taking aim at her. Just as the man is about to pull the trigger,
Iron meets plastic, Mehul sir is fantastic.
Mehul opens fire from the top of the ship, causing injuries to each and every person.
Where did Ariv go?
Ariv had vanished from there. That's when Mehul hears the sound of a fuel boat starting up. Mehul looks back and sees Ariv trying to escape on a boat. Taking careful aim, Mehul shoots, hitting the boat accurately, causing it to capsize. Mehul swiftly jumps off the ship and starts moving towards Ariv. However, one of Ariv's men arrives in another boat and takes Ariv with him. Mehul shoots at them, but unfortunately, he runs out of bullets right then.
No matter what, I won't let Ariv get away.
Mehul quickly rushes towards the right side, where 3 fuel boats are parked. Logical Army, can you guess which boat Mehul will choose among the 3? The first boat is chained up, so Mehul needs to spend time braking it. The second boat has a faulty brake, making it unsuitable. Therefore, Mehul chooses the third boat and sets off to chase Ariv. Mehul accelerates the boat, swiftly navigating through the sea. The wind gently brushes against his face as he sails ahead. Suddenly, a huge shark appears right in front of Mehul's path.
If my boat hits the shark, it will devour me.
Mehul fully rotates the handle on his boat. Mehul's boat continues forward as it speeds through the water. Mehul's boat quickly draws close to Ariv's boat. Ariv is urged to submit by Mehul.
Stop, Ariv, or I'll shoot.
However, Ariv ignores Mehul's warning and starts shooting at him. Mehul skillfully maneuvers, trying to dodge the bullets, but one of them hits his boat, causing it to sink into the water. Ariv glances back and chuckles.
Mehul, if you can, save your Mumbai.
Ariv's boat moves forward, leaving Mehul stranded behind. Mehul starts swimming towards the shore, but he soon realizes he has drifted too far and swimming back is almost impossible. However, Mehul refuses to give up and persists in swimming relentlessly. As time passes, his breath becomes increasingly labored and heavy. Mehul is completely exhausted. It's getting darker. Mehul sees no hope of survival. He counts his last breaths, but suddenly, he notices a boat approaching him. It was difficult to see clearly due to the increasing darkness. Mehul couldn't make out who was operating the boat.
Hey, it's Alia.
Alia rescues Mehul, bringing him on board the boat. Mehul and Alia make their way back to the shore.
Ariv may have escaped, but his men will come in handy. Alia, I'm going to the hospital with these people. Take your scooter and head to the Bulbalea scientist's house. Retrieve some special guns. Our battle this time is against the underworld.
Mehul calls for an ambulance and sets off for the hospital with all the injured men from Ariv's gang. Meanwhile, Alia heads towards the Bulbalea scientist's house. The scientist had created a maze to reach his house. Logical Army, can you tell me which route leads to the Bulbalea scientist's house? Let me know your answer in the comments. The route A leads to the Bulbalea scientist's house. After taking the path, Alia arrives at the scientist's house. But there is nobody.
Hello, is anyone there? Where is the Bulbalea scientist?
But there is no response. Suddenly, Alia's eyes fall upon a special gun that looks quite big and attractive. Alia picks up the gun and starts examining it. The gun has many special buttons. Alia presses the green button and waits.
Save me, save me.
The gun speeds out like lightning, soaring into the sky.
Oh no, if it falls back down, it will turn me into mincemeat.
Then Alia realizes that her hand is stuck to the gun, preventing her from falling down.
Wow, what an amazing gun!
The Bulbalea scientist emerges from his underground lab and notices that his flying gun is missing. He quickly uses his computer to track the whereabouts of the gun.
This girl, no one can say that.
The Bulbalea scientist quickly regains control of the flying gun and safely brings it back down.
Scientist sir, please give me this gun.
Oh Alia, can't you understand? This is not a toy for kids to play with.
As soon as Alia hears the word kid, her temper rises, and she starts showing her karate moves.
Alia seems to have lost her mind. It's better to escape from here.
The Bulbalea scientist takes the flying gun and retreats into his chamber, locking the door from the inside. But suddenly, Alia looks out of the window and her senses go into overdrive. Up in the sky, there aren't just one, but 4 helicopters flying. Before Alia can react, a missile from one of the helicopters speeds towards her. Startled, she quickly rushes inside, but luckily, her foot slips, causing the missile to miss her completely. Upon hearing the noise outside, the Bulbalea scientist comes out of his chamber and his mind goes haywire.
Alia, what have you done? You've destroyed the entire wall.
Sir, look at the outside from window.
As soon as the Bulbalea scientist looks outside, a bullet suddenly hits his leg. He collapses on the spot. Alia swiftly comes to his aid, moving him to a safer corner.
Alia, this is the Jekyll army. It seems Jekyll has come back.
Logical Army, how did the Bulbalea scientist understand that this is the Jekyll army? Look closely, that there is a photo of Jekyll on the helicopter.
But Mehul sir had killed Jekyll.
Alia and the scientist couldn't comprehend how Jekyll is alive. Alia promptly contacts Mehul and informs him about Jaikal's helicopter.
Impossible.
The Jaikal army launches a sudden bombardment on the house. Alia quickly leaves her phone behind and helps the Bulbulaya scientist, guiding him to the bulletproof chamber. Meanwhile, Mehul anxiously worries about the safety of Alia and the Bulbulaya scientist. The para commandos of the Jaikal army descend from the helicopter. The Bulbulaya scientist to give the flying gun to Alia. He instructs her to escape from the scene. Alia, unwilling to abandon the Bulbulaya scientist, breaks down in tears.
I won't leave you alone. I'll face the entire Jaikal army on my own.
Alia, you can't fight the entire Jaikal army alone. Go, you have to save Mumbai with Mehul.
In tears, Alia tightly grips the flying gun. As she presses the button, a bullet shoots into the air with astonishing speed. One of Jaikal's men spots Alia and immediately signals the helicopters to chase after her.
Get her!
Before chasing after Alia, Surya positions his helicopter close to the window and targets the Bulbulaya scientist, who is unable to flee because of his injured leg.
Goodbye, Bulbulaya scientist.
Hey, who are you?
Didn't you remember me?
Alia heads towards Dr. Sanjana's lab with the flying gun. Suddenly, she hears the sound of a helicopter.
Oh no.
The Jaikal army opens fire at Alia. Alia controls the flying gun and lands on the tallest building. Alia takes cover behind a tank. Alia takes cover behind second tank. However, Jaikal's army demolishes the second tank as well. Then Alia gets third, fourth tank. Finally, Alia hides behind the last tank. A member of Jaikal's army grabs a sniper gun in his hand.
The bullet from this gun will put an end to Alia's game as it pierces through the tank.
He targets the tank. Alia was about to die in the very next moment. Just as he is about to press the trigger, his sniper gun slips from his grasp. Startled, he looks ahead and sees Detective Mehul standing on the rooftop of the adjacent building.
Mehul! It's good that you came on your own!
Who are you?
Mehul, you don't seem to remember me. I am Surya.
Impossible! I killed you myself with my own hands.
But before Surya can react, Mehul unleashes a barrage of gunfire from his blasting gun, striking the helicopter next to Surya. In a fiery explosion, the helicopter is engulfed.
Bring the helicopter backward and drop a bomb on Mehul.
The entire Jaikal army unleashes a relentless barrage of bombs upon Mehul. While in full stride, Mehul leaps into the air and unleashes a perfectly aimed shot. The blasting bullet finds its mark, striking one of the Jaikal army's helicopters with deadly precision, resulting in a powerful explosion. Seizing the moment, Alia snatches up a brick from the rooftop and hurls it at the helicopter hovering just above. The impact shatters its stability, leading to a catastrophic crash. With only Surya's helicopter left, fear overtakes him, compelling him to flee in haste.
Mehul, I'm leaving for now, but rest assured, I will return to finish you off.
Logical army, what will happen next? Will Surya return to exact his revenge on Mehul? And has the Bulbulaya scientist already met his demise? Stay tuned for the next episode to find out.